recovery with relation to jiu-jitsu. Story time. Early December, actually in the first weekend of December, I participated in Jiu-Jitsu World League, which is one of the promotions for competitive jiu-jitsu. It's very popular here in Texas. I was participating in the finals for Texas. It took place north of Dallas. I cut 16 pounds in 6 days, and I was fighting both gi and no gi. I went from 216 pounds, and I cut down to 198 point something. Just under 200 pounds. I was going for 208 and under the weight class. We are weighed in. I weighed in at 203 for the 208 and under. You can hydrate as aggressive as you want. If the body hasn't absorbed all the water that it needs, and in my case, my first fight went well. I was doing gi and no gi. My first fight went well. I lost, but it was myself and another guy got silver. I lost both my matches. And I was feeling good. And then my next fight was no-gi. Now the problem is, or the challenge rather, was that in no-gi, there was nobody in my weight class, which was 208 and under. And so I ended up 220 and under. And again, it was just one other person. I lost both of those fights. I got submitted, really. I think I got armbarred. But I wasn't able to open up my arms. Now, for me, I was like, oh no, did I dislocate my collarbone or did I break something? So thankfully, nothing was out of place. Nothing was swollen. It was just really, really sore. I went to go see a doctor. The doctor basically was like, yeah, see, you were dehydrated and you experienced a physical trauma, which resulted in your body seizing up. And the consequence of that is your myofascial tissue is essentially just kind of locked up, and now one has to spend the next 8 to 12 weeks just working on releasing and fixing all of that. So it's been all of December, January 1st. So it's been about 3 months, and I would say I'm about 80% where I need to be. Whether you're doing strength training, you're lifting, or you're doing jiu-jitsu, there's micro trauma that you're introducing to your body. And so now granted, when you're engaged in fasting, it does facilitate the healing, granted that you're giving your body the appropriate nutrition that it needs in order to recover. You need to feed your body appropriately. You need to feed your body prior to the training, and you need to feed your body after the training. What you eat is going to affect how well your body and how quickly your body recovers. In the simplest form, proteins, carbohydrates, and fats, you need all three. For me, the sweet spot is about 2 to 3 hours prior to training. Now with Ramadan, it's different. With Ramadan, the training itself is in a fasted state. And so the activity of doing the sparring and rolling and drilling or whatever it is with relation to jiu-jitsu, it is typically done in a way, in a fasted state. So the focus is on the technique and conserving energy and being efficient. Generally, one of the things to aim for, and during Ramadan, this is a challenge, unless, of course, you're participating in these community iftars, or the breaking of the fast, where there's abundance of food and people tend to overstuff themselves. But generally speaking, you want to hit your body weight in grams and protein. The best way to achieve this is to prepare your own food. I have found the simplest way to do this is through ground beef or ground chicken. You get a pound of that or 2 pounds of that. You cook it all in one go, and it will serve me for the next 2 meals, perhaps. Number 2 is the post-activity physical recovery. Now, people misconstrue many times the idea of recovery with rest. That's not necessarily true. Recovery is all about driving blood and nutrition to the areas that used a lot of that effort. So in the case of jiu-jitsu, one of the areas that's stressed a lot are your joints, whether it be the smaller joints in your hands and your feet, or your bigger joints like your knees, hips, and shoulders and elbows. So that's the second part with relation to recovery that a lot of people don't pay attention to.